Hey, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Subnautica. Yes, I'm giving Subnautica Below Zero, which is the follow-on game to Subnautica,
Robin,
you guessed it,
copy.
but set in the North Pole.
I'm out in open water.
In a frozen wasteland.
Stay where you are. I'm sending a rescue shuttle.
It's been on early
No,
release
I'm
for
okay.
quite some time now,
I just need
but you know,
shelter.
the developer
Fine,
keeps
I'm
putting
sending
new
a temporary
updates in,
habitat
tweaking the
instead.
graphics,
Look up.
tweaking the story.
Thank you,
And at the
Sam.
point we've got now
me when you
is
get
that
there.
our sister, Sam, is going to send our protagonist, Robin, a habitat. We've just escaped the opening sequence, and the habitat is being dropped to the seafloor, or to the seabed, from the Vespa orbiting space station, which you can just make out on the screen there. So the parachute is depicting where the location of this habitat actually is. It's going to crash land in some shallow water, and then we're going to make our way over to it. Now, if you just basically got into the game and you don't know what the hell is going on, you've been cut off from your main base by a avalanche. That was covered in a previous video. This has been sent down to enable the building and crafting and survival part of the entire game. So as you can see now, to get yourself over to that habitat, you're going to have to get your feet wet. It's touched down about 120, 108 meters away. We're in the water now, it's all dark. You can see the effervescence and illuminance of the fish and surrounding undersea fauna around you. Just keep heading for that orange bell-like structure, and before long you'll see the lights all around it. Head for an entrance and you'll be able to get in, and this will effectively then start the game and the game's survival mode. Now, generally, you've got the day and the night cycle of the game. It can be quite frustrating sometimes because you want to see, you know, how nice and bright the colours are without having to craft the torch. Crafting a torch comes a little bit later. But effectively, you've got this replicator where you can fashion from raw minerals and resources other items like flashlights, knives, titanium blocks, batteries, you name it, it's all in here, and additional equipment for you and your protagonist. And then you've got a storage locker in there as well where you can store all your items. Now, first order of business really is to get yourself out there and get some food and get some water. All these can be processed in with that replicator device inside that one particular pod that's been sent down to you, and that's this early in the game. Now you can see I'm holding what looks like to be a fish. It's a bladderfish, but I'm going to go and chase some fish down and start picking them up that I can convert them into food. The bladderfish effectively allows you to have water. You can eat it as well if you cook it, but its benefits are providing water to keep you hydrated. The HUD in the bottom left hand corner of the screen deals with air in the green section. It deals with your health, the red section, your food and how much sustenance you've eaten in the orange, and blue, you've guessed it, for the water. Don't run out of air because the game will end for you really quickly in some modes. In survival, you may lose some items and get transferred right the way back to the hub, but it can be a real right pain in the bottom. So as you can see, we're headed on back now at daytime, and you can see what the landscape or underseascape of the game is going to be. All nice new different colours. You can break outcrops like the stone and lime outcrops you've got littered around the seabed to get more materials like titanium, like copper, silver, lead, all these sort of items. So keep an eye out for those as well. Here's some quartz, for example, very handy when making a flashlight. So navigating your way around, keep an eye on your air, keep an eye on the amount of calories and food that you've currently got, and don't stray too far away from the surface until you've equipped yourself a little bit better with some additional items. Additional items as the game progresses will be unlocked without too much of a drama, and it'll be up to you then to see if you've got enough materials to make those said items. So here I'm in high-speed pursuit of some more fish. I'm having a damn good explore around the general vicinity, picking up some items. I'm going to pick up another bladderfish there because I need water. It's always good to have water as well, and you can see here we are now approaching the temporary habitation pod that was sent down from the Vespa. So, you can see it's got its solar panels extended, so it's charging itself up as well from the sun. Very eco-friendly, small carbon footprint. And now we're going to go to that fabricator and we're going to start fabricating some items. So, with loads of quartz, you can make glass. We're interested in food and water. Clicking on the water icon, it fabricates a bottle of water from the bladderfish that I have collected. Now with the food, I've clicked on a boomerang fish. I'm going to cook one of those up, and that's going to give me, in some cases, not only points towards my food score and my food level, but sometimes also water as well. The fish will hydrate you in some way, which is great. Other fish, not so much. So be very careful. If you're low on water, you cook the wrong fish, that could kill you right on the spot once you ate it, even though, you know, you're ingesting the calories. Stocking on water in this game is absolutely essential, and I usually make a point of going out harvesting as many bladderfish as I possibly can early on in the game, so I've got a good supply of water, so I haven't got to go stop what I'm doing and stop exploring and getting myself back out there as well. So as you can see, the elementary crafting system, this early on in the game, it's starting to present itself. Getting silicon rubber and a bladderfish, for example, will let you have an inflatable air bladder. You've got the ability to mix salt with food for cured food. You can craft titanium from titanium ore, glass from quartz, copper wire from copper, and there's a whole crafting tree which I'm sure you can find out on the internet about this as well. So we're going to make good use of our storage. We're going to transfer some stuff over into the storage locker that is on the right hand side of the temporary pod. That's been sent down by the Vespa by your sister Sam to maximize the amount of items that you can collect. Make sure you're full of food, make sure you've been hydrated, get back out there and get exploring. As you can see, there's some more lime outcrops. We're going to pick up some copper ore. We're going to have a good look around. We're going to stock up on all these items, and that's what you should be doing straight off the bat at the beginning of this game. And then as the game unfolds, you're less likely to be hampered by the fact that you've got to go off exploring. So, I've been Ricardo. This has been another episode of what I've been doing on Subnautica Below Zero, currently in early access. Fantastic game. Equally as good, if not better than the original. And if you haven't seen that already, it's already on Steam. Check it out. You can probably buy 2 for a song as well. I'm going to carry on playing Subnautica. Look out for more videos in the series. Check back for more videos, eh? See you soon. Don't forget to check your air supply, water supply and food supply in this game. See you soon.